Hi, my name is Christine,
Hello, my name is Mary.
and we are sisters, and we are also the co-hosts of Dawson Cries. Dawson Cries is a podcast that my sister and I started because we really enjoy talking to one another, but our conversations lately have really devolved into misery and grief about how stressful current events and our personal lives seem to be. So instead of constantly making each other more anxious and nervous, we decided to talk about something more fun and enjoyable, like Dawson's Creek, that super hip, really popular, really trendy new show. So this is our 4th episode. Thank you, listeners. If you've stuck with us this long, we really appreciate it, and love talking about Dawson's Creek with you all. And Mary, I believe you're going to kick us off the pod this week with getting us started. Yeah.
I'm super psyched to be here, first let me say. And if you're a new listener, you can jump right in. So we're happy to have you.
We're not going to tell you, we're not going to make you go back to the beginning. You can just start where you are.
You can come wherever. If you've seen that 4th episode before, you're all caught up. Okay, so this episode, it's only episode 4, but they're already teasing us with a flashback shot, and I don't really blame them because it was a steamy moment in the show that they're replaying. It is Jen wearing the same slightly conservative dress that she wore when she made her initial entrance onto Dawson's Creek. She is, again, walking out of a taxi. And this time, instead of the Hey Pretty Girl song, there's a little country jam being played over her. And it turns out that Dawson has stolen this bit of real life and put it in his fake movie. So Dawson here is blending a bit of reality with his fantasy, which is kind of the theme of the episode.
Yeah, that's a great way to kick off this episode. That was
just off the top of my head.
Just off the top of your head, it was beautiful. Very well done, Mary. I was so excited to see that little film of Jen. I was like, Dawson, again, he's kind of a dirty doggy Dawson. I mean, in this
dirty doggy Dawson.
You know, last episode, he tried to film his first kiss with Jen without telling her. Bold move. Didn't really work out for him. So I was shocked to see that he already had some, scandalous footage, or at least footage that he got, on the fly without asking first. This case, I thought, okay, well, maybe this was just a pure accident because she did walk up as they were filming his monster movie. So he could have just kept it rolling and mistakenly got this shot of the girl of his dreams walking toward him, looking, as he says, perfect. But, he keeps it and does not delete it, just rewatches it. He loves to just play these back and forth and back and forth.
Wow. I didn't even realize that this was something that he got on the fly when they first met. I thought he recreated the moment. But you're probably right.
Oh, no, this was like the moment. He captured, it was like reality TV. Yeah.
Wow. He's before his time to reality TV.
Dawson is. This show does remind me of it's like the OC light, kind of in a way.
Mm-hmm.
It's like teen drama, they're by the water.
Another show I've never seen.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of that either, but
maybe that'll be next 2 years from now.
Yeah, I'm sure we get through all 6 seasons of Dawson's Creek.
Yes.
So yeah, I just thought that was really interesting. Like, oh, Dawson caught this footage and he's got it in his collection now. She can't escape. And of course, what comes next? But another inadvertent capture from Dawson. He's got a mysterious woman who Joey, I really love that they're both together experiencing this for the first time, this video.
Oh my God. Their first porno watching adventure together.
Joint porno. Do you think this is the first? I mean, I'm sure Joey has seen porn before. I think
it's the first time they've watched it with it together.
Oh, Oh, well, yeah.
Like in a
For
group
sure. For sure. But I think Dawson, this might be his very first porn period.
Totally.
Do you think so? I mean, if he's asking Katie Couric to walk the dog.
Totally. I mean, does he have access to a computer? That's the other thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen the TV. I've never seen a computer.
Me neither.
It was the 90s.
But before they get to the porno, Joey has an absolutely brutal takedown of Jen. She says she's going to be an art history major, which is like spot on, 100% perfect. And she's going to marry some broker. She's going to go live in a barn. Which, like, yeah, good read, Joey. Good read.
You think that's accurate? That's Jen's future? Refurbish a barn in Connecticut?
She's got the art history look.
Yeah, I could see the art history. Totally.
Mhm.
I also love the way that Joey, her body language this whole episode was just really, just obvious to me. Like, she kept shrugging and making, like, scowly kind of, like, smirk faces. But that first scene, she's just like, let me shrug off this Jen. Like, I'm going to take her down and shrug her off. And I just enjoyed watching her move around.
It's pretty good.
She kind of told Dawson the future there. And yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they don't even recognize Tamara at first.
No, they don't. They just get a little excited by the porn. They're like, oh, well, this is watchable. Let's keep this on for a minute. And then they see it's the teacher. They can tell. But they cannot see who the guy is.
All they notice
the mystery
is the
man.
throbbing neck muscles.
Yeah, brown hair, throbbing neck muscles. That's all they can really see. Which, for a moment, is a little bit of a relief, but you know it's not going to stay there.
Question, Christine, do you think if you saw a sex tape with your best friend in it, and it was just from the back, that you wouldn't recognize them? Your best friend.
Well, that's a good question. If my friend is behind a tree,
yeah, maybe you could see the back of their head. I mean, you could clearly see the back of Pacey's head.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I might be able to tell. But the fact that they could see Tamara's face clearly and still couldn't recognize Tamara.
Yeah, I was like, you don't know what your teacher looks like?
I know. I thought that was a little bit of a stretch.
You walk into class and you're like, wait, who are you again? Have I met you before? Are you the sub? Are you a student here?
No. Pacey's like, please, God.
Yeah, right? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Now, it raises a lot of questions, right? And obviously they're all joking about it at the restaurant. Pacey is horrified. He's like, I gotta see that tape, man. You gotta show me that tape, though. No, don't forget to show me that tape. I gotta see it. Everyone's making fun of him. Because obviously they think he's just, creeping. But he wants to get on about.
Oh yeah. They don't know the real reason that he's so freaked out. They just think he wants to watch it. And I gotta call this out because I was so excited, and I actually had to rewind this like 3 times to hear what Joey says because I was like, she's saying something, and I want to know what it is. And it's another euphemism for walking the dog. Joey pulls out flog the bishop.
Yes.
Yeah. So
that one I've heard of.
Oh, I hadn't heard of that one. Flog the bishop.
I've heard of it, but it's freaky. Right?
It's like very Catholic guilty.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like the image for sure.
No, I keep thinking about chess also, which is weird. I'm like,
oh.
It's just things I don't find very sexy. Bishops, chess.
Right.
Yeah.
Dogs.
Dogs. So they have a lot of fun ways to say masturbation on Dawson. streak.
They really do. I wonder how many different ways we'll come up with to do it.
Yeah, we should start a list and keep track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love how Dawson says, Dawson's talking about it. Then he says, the rest is pornographic history. That's a good line.
So true. Yeah.
Kind of funny.
Dawson's like, I never thought I'd make this kind of movie. Oh.
Yeah, right? That Joey makes a crack about that, too. Like, oh, it was a little salacious for you.
Yeah, Angel face Dawson. I love also that he, you know, when Pacey finally shows up at his house begging, well, actually trying to steal the tape, but
he's going on a rampage.
Yeah, he was really like rifling through all of Dawson's dailies. I love that Dawson hid it like such a goofball, cut out pages of a book and hid it inside of a book.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Yeah, it's like, was that already like that? Or was he like, this steamy porno needs to be, I need to destroy my Bible to hide it in there. Like, first of all, it looks like Mara is fully dressed, and so is Pacey. So it's really not a porno, it's just a makeout scene, which I know to Dawson that might seem like a porno, but yeah, he really goes to insane lengths to hide that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but there's something that happens right before that when Dawson walks in on his parents, and kind of a sad moment where his dad is like, oh, your mom never noticed the scar I've had on my chin for 10 years. And then he says to the mom, like, why don't you come home early once in a while so you can see me in the daylight? And I'm just wondering, like, does the dad suspect something's up?
That was a little sad.
Yeah.
I mean, I did feel bad for the dad, and I have to say, like, in most of the scenes with the parents together, it's like I just constantly forget that their marriage isn't perfect because they seem so into each other, like more into each other than like people who have been dating for a week seem. They just seem like all over each other all the time. It's like they can't get enough of each other, and then I'm like, oh yeah, but the mom is stepping out on the dad. And I think, she's stepping out. I think the dad really would love to see more of her. It sounds like, though, that it's one of the things where it's kind of like the gender flip. Like, usually in these shows, or maybe even in real life, it's like, oh, the man is always at work late, and the wife is waiting home for him. And, like, yeah, they have great sex, but she feels like, oh, he maybe only wants me for sex. I don't think the man really feels that way, but he wants more. He wants her. Like, he doesn't just want her body. But I do kind of like how the show like handles mom's infidelity, because it's like the mom still clearly is banging her husband. She still clearly likes doing that. She just likes sex so much that she has to get it on with Bob too. It's kind of like, it's refreshing.
Well, maybe we don't know her motivation.
We don't know her what?
We don't know her motivation for why she's banging Bob. But we do know it seems like she's still interested in the husband and loves him. Complex. It makes me wonder if they have an agreement.
Yeah, I don't think so.
They're just hiding from Dawson. I don't know.
Well, that would explain all of their hot and heavy. I mean, they seem like the type.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely not, they're not prudes like their son. And
but the
I don't know. It would make sense that the mom's not. Well, she got freaked out about just Dawson now. Not about, well, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they were only hiding it from Dawson, but they were actually chill with it. It'll be interesting.
That's an interesting theory. That could be true, because you're right. She is only freaked out when it's Dawson. Although she did, the only thing that makes me wonder is that chapstick scene when she had that absolute look of just like worry on her face at the very end of that scene, where I was like,
yeah,
there's something tortured in her soul, you know?
Yeah, I mean, polyamory wasn't really something in the zeitgeist in '98, so
it wasn't probably zeitgeist.
Do I sound like Dawson? It probably wasn't. probably not that, but it just, some things made me wonder, right?
Yeah, no, I like the theory, and it could totally be true. Yeah, it's an interesting
It's
one to
good to
ponder.
speculate.
It is. And speaking of speculation, I kind of wanted to get to this later, but well, we can get to it later. I'll save it for later because we seem like we're still at this part of the show.
Listeners, we're on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, it's a cliffhanger, listeners. We'll get back to it, though. We'll get back to it. But when Pacey and Dawson are having their little talk about the porn, so
the powwow porno.
Oh, the porn powwow. So Pacey is, he finally got the tape, and then he's like, all right, I gotta fess up to my best friend here. He kind of is like, Dawson, I haven't really been honest with you. Well, it's not like I haven't been honest. It's more like I've been withholding the truth, which is a recurring theme of this episode.
Yeah, you know what? As soon as you said that, it made me mad because Dawson's pretty chill about Pacey withholding a truth. But he's not chill when other people do it later. That's all I'll say.
He is the total opposite of chill. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
He is okay with it with Pacey. But Pacey kind of, he fesses up. He tells him that, he is the man behind the mask. He is that guy giving it to Samara behind the tree. Yeah. And, I thought it was just I thought it was really cute that Pacey asked Dawson, like, how did I look, man? Like, did I look all right? Did I perform all right? And
Dawson, you thought that was cute?
I thought it was cute that was, because Pacey was like, this could ruin my life in so many ways. And that's the way he immediately vocalizes it. It's like, Pacey, I think that's not the way that it could ruin your life. But I thought it was,
like, man,
I
was like a stud.
Do
I have a career in this?
Can I be a professional? The cute part was really more like Dawson's reaction. Again, James Van Der Beek.
Ew, that was weird too.
The sweetest face. It was like this little
He's like, man,
smile.
You look good.
Yeah. It's just really. It really made me laugh. I don't know.
Oh my god, I thought it was so weird.
Being a good friend, but also, why would you ask Dawson? Because he doesn't know shit about what
he doesn't know at all. He's just like, yeah, man, it looks good to me. Should we play it back?
Let's cue it up. Yeah.
Let's pop it in and watch it one more time. It's beyond a bizarre conversation. Man, did I look like I was doing good? Oh my god.
It was bizarre, but it was a nice moment because you could tell Pacey, it was tough for him to ask because he was very vulnerable and he was obviously very worried about it because he's with Samara, who's experienced and he's brand new at this. So probably felt very insecure. And then Dawson was just, you're fine, don't worry, you got it. He was being a good friend.
Yeah, I mean, Joey seemed to think he was hot. He's like,
from the neck muscles.
Yeah. He's like, it wasn't you. It's some hottie with brown hair.
Yeah, it wasn't you. Little did she know.
And usually she finds him repulsive, but I don't know. Maybe that's a lie.
That's true. Yeah. Well, that's a first, maybe foreshadowing. I don't know. We'll see where that takes us. She was into it. Oh yeah, she didn't want to turn it off. Her and Dawson were both salivating at it.
I wonder what was happening with his long fingers.
Oh my gosh.
Inappropriate.
I think I know.
Walking the dog.
Oh gosh.
So anyway, Joey. Well, did you have something more to say?
No, I think we've covered about all the amateur porn we need to this episode.
Yes, absolutely. Cam. What I was gonna say is that then Joey and Dawson's having a great day. He's in a super good mood. Him and Joey are chilling in their town. They walk into a store and he sees his mama and he's like, Mom! Super happy. She's there with Bob. And they're trying on clothes. Joey gives an absolute death stare if looks could kill. And Bob is basically like, hey, Dawson, I want to be your new dad. Please show me your movie. I'll review it for you. And, yeah, it's a pretty wild scene. What did you think?
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty, heavy scene. The mom was so nervous. Like, clearly.
Yeah.
I'm just like, Mom, you really cannot play it cool at all. Like, she has no game. It's like, if you're... Joey was staring daggers at them. And that was another example of her really over-the-top body language this episode. Like, extreme faces.
If I was Bob, I'd be like, ooh, this girl's gonna kill me?
I know. Bob didn't care. He's like, let me talk up Dawson. Because Bob's got a little game, you know. But it's for someone who's on TV, I feel like you'd know how to just like act through something like that. But
she does with her husband.
Yeah, the mom is feeling pretty vulnerable there.
Right.
I did like at the beginning of that scene how and this might have also been introduced to when they were at that waterfront diner. But you hear the boat sounds like in Twin Peaks. So you're reminded watch that scene, you'll hear it. It's just a background boat noise. And then other thing that reminded me of Twin Peaks was that, you know, there's a small Cape Side town. And
I lost you.
Oh, you did? Oh, I'm
sorry.
Here.
I did. I lost you. I'm sorry.
Oh, Mary. Well, listeners, we're here. We're all accounted for. So I was just going over. No worries. Yeah. I was just going over how. What's that?
I just said catch me up. Sorry.
Oh, catch you up. All right, Mary. So you hear the boat sounds, and then you also, the show really is taking this perfect little Creekside town, whatever you want to call it, and showing you it's not as perfect as it seems. It does have a seedy underbelly. People are not behaving perfectly, which is, you know, basically the whole point of Twin Peaks and a lot of other David Lynch. So I just found that interesting. You know, it's kind of a 90s thing to take, like, the perfect veneer and say, it's not all that great. That's the total opposite of what we're dealing with now. It's like the surface, the underbelly, it's all ugly.
I feel like now to be subversive, you have to be a good person.
It's so true. You just have to be decent. And people are like, what? You care about someone?
What's that? Huh? I don't met someone like you.
Oh my God.
You're not out to use and abuse me? No, you're so right. And Dawson even mentions that later. I mean, we don't have to get into it now, but he sort of says something along the lines of, it's like we're in a Norman Rockwell painting, but like the rate of adultery in this town, you know, it's got to be off the record.
Yep. Yeah, and that's the moment in the show where I was like, oh, there it is. The seedy underbelly part's coming out. So
totally.
It's just interesting to point out, I think. Yeah, but Dawson comes away from that interaction a total Bob fan. You know, he's he cares about my movie. This guy's great. I thought he was kind of a tool. So he's like, oh, you're right the first time.
Yeah. Pretty hilarious. But, like, Dawson doesn't even question her on it. He's just like, okay. Just gonna think about my movie some more. As long as stroked.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we know he's in his own world. That's what he cares about. And we also kind of know, like, Joey's just kind of negative. So, kind of par for the course comment from Joey. Just a sarcastic put down. You know, he's probably like, whatever. I did want to talk about, you know, another couple that we see. Pacey tries to stroll up and sit with Tamara at the outdoor cafe.
Crazy.
It was a little crazy. It's like, Pacey, come on, you have to be smart enough to know. You can't be doing this in public. But I like
grabs her hand.
Oh yeah, he does. She's like, no, I'm not having this. Like, I'm not going to jail, Pacey. But I like how they're talking about books, because he's the English teacher and he's a student. So naturally, they'll talk about their class. And, he wants something with more action. He wants something with more sex. And, Tamara's like, well, everything we read will have action in it. And he's like, yeah, but not realistic. Like, can't it ever come out? Can't it ever turn out that a couple has sex and everything goes perfectly well? And Tamara says, do you really think that's possible, Pacey? How depressing of a worldview does Tamara have? I'm just like, lady, that's why you're in therapy. Oh.
It's pretty depressing. Like, she shouldn't, I mean, if that's her worldview, right, that sex is punishable, then she really shouldn't be supping with a minor.
Yeah, doubly so.
You know what I mean? Like, she should know the consequences that will befall her. And she should steer clear. Pacey is naive like a newborn babe.
Yeah. She might just be trying to act out a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, I know it's going to end terribly. So right. Yeah, it's bad news, though. And it made me think about the book she assigned last week, Ethan Frome, because, listeners, I Wikipedia'd the plot just to refresh my memory. It's been a long time since I read it. But I remember the plot was Ethan Frome, he's the hero of the book, or the anti-hero, however you want to look at it. His wife is, like, not well, and his wife's cousin comes to stay to help care for her. Well, Ethan and the cousin really hit it off. Like, they're madly in love with one another, but they can't act on it because the wife is there and she's sick, and that would be a terrible thing to do. But the wife kind of gets the hint of, she can kind of tell something's up. So before the cousin gets sent back home, sent away, Ethan and her decide, let's just go on a sleigh ride together. Like, we've been talking about it forever. Let's just do it. Let's go on a sleigh ride. They do. Ethan wants to kill both of them, and they agree to it, but he loses his nerve and then swerves. So they don't quite kill themselves, and then he, like, tries to swerve again to do it. They don't quite kill themselves, but they very seriously injure both of themselves. So they have to live crippled together, and the wife takes care of them both. Ooh, it's like, talk about getting punished. Yeah. You live together very unhappily ever after. Bad outcome. So very bad. That's the kind of thing Tamara's like, yes, this is what we need our kids to read. That's on her mind. Yeah. It fits well with her character. Yeah.
Oh, so my God. Pacey's going to be taking care of her when she's old. Christine, that was a really great recap of Ethan Frome.
Thank you.
3 thumbs up.
I tried. I did my homework.
It was good. I mean, I thought it was my favorite book, but, like, I didn't remember those details, so.
Yeah, I got to shout out Wikipedia. I do it for the pod.
Wikipedia desperately needs more publicity and attention.
Has anyone not heard of Wikipedia? Yeah, go to that website. Tell your friends.
Oh my God. Okay, so yeah,
in all your school papers. Just kidding.
Yeah, it's a great resource for professional essays.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Mary, I wanted to say though, before we switch off of the Pacey Tamara book discussion, I wanted to ask you if you had any thoughts about the way he brought up Oedipus, because I know
I did.
Yeah, you had an Oedipus theory in episode 1.
I do, and my Oedipus theory is for both of the male characters, both Pacey and Dawson, and it was very interesting to me that Pacey thinks that having sex with you, if he found out he had sex with his mother, he was like, I wouldn't react that way. I wouldn't really care. Looking at your eyes, totally unrealistic. I was like, ooh, so he's admitting he'd be into it. Like, that made me wonder a lot about Pacey's home life. And, like, I think it's clear from this episode that Dawson would not stop at plucking out his eyes. He would, like, do all sorts of crazy shit to himself beyond that. So I think they're at total different ends of the spectrum. I do think well, this is later, so I'm not going to bring it up now.
Okay.
But yeah, I think we should, like, we know that Pacey, he's not, like, free love, right? Because he wants Tamara to only be interested in him. But he's very much, like, love has no consequences. And when you're with the girl, the world is good. You know?
Oh, I can buy that. I mean, that's what makes him just hold her hand. He feels invincible with her. Yeah.
Exactly.
Love conquers all. That is very much his attitude,
Totally.
I think.
That's
Yeah.
Pacey.
That's
Dawson is all, everything needs to be, if you slight me, if you're not 100% mine, you're dirt. You're nothing to me.
Yeah. Yeah, Dawson can't handle it. Yeah.
He can't.
He's a control
so
freak.
yeah, like, Dawson, again, trying to be like a perfectionist, make everything perfect. He brings Jen into his mother's studio, Oedipus, to have her re-record some of the sound. She's redoing a scream, which is also interesting. That's not even dialogue.
Doing a terrible job at it, I gotta say.
She's like,
awful.
I'm sorry. Let's do another one.
I think yours is 10 times better than
It's pretty grim. It's a bad scream. You get it.
Yeah. She did such a good job with the longing, the sadness too.
Yeah,
Really,
she's good at being sad. She's not good at being scared.
No, flopped it. Flopped on the scream.
Flopped it. Wow, wow.
Oh man. But yeah, they're at the studio. And
and the guy who's recording with them is like, hey Dawson, you seen your mom yet? And he's like, nah, bro, I'm gonna see her later, probably. He's so like, totally in his own dream world. I'm wondering if the mom even knows he's there. What do you think?
Well, the mom, she probably doesn't know at that moment he's there, but she knew to expect him that day. She knew he would be
being
there.
a brazen hussy.
She is not hiding anything. I mean, even I feel like that's like a Pacey move. If you're sneaking around on your husband, you're not going to be kissing your beau at work.
I know, and like even. But, like, isn't she even afraid of, like, her boss seeing? Like, why?
That's what I'm saying.
Or anyone that works there. It's like...
Any single person. It's a small
It's never okay to make out with a coworker, even if you're not married. Like, at work, you know?
No, that's a good point, too. Yeah, people are going to look at you like, look down on you for that.
And it's an HR, you can't even make out at work. Crazy.
No. Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, yeah. So, anyway, she gets spotted in the hallway. Jen's like, isn't that your mom? And then she's got her lips all over Bob.
All over Big Bob. Yep.
And then the hard rock music plays.
Mary, we've got to talk about that amazing sound. I was just, like, loving it.
It was intense.
That riff and the zoom in on the Big D, I was just like, oh my god.
The Big D? Who's that, Dawson?
That's Dawson.
So what we're calling him now? Big D?
The Big D. Oh, was just his face looks so big when they zoom in. I just loved it. I loved that whole montage. It's like Dawson's brain just totally exploded. He can't even function. He's out on a bench with Jen the next time we see him. There's like a boat going by. Dawson, he's still stunned. He can't deal. And then Jen's going off like this whole shit.
She's acting like a lunatic. She's like, listen, Dawson.
Please, no 15-year-old would ever say any of these words.
She's like, Dawson, listen, I know that we just usually, like, we do banter, and it's cute and sweet and funny, but, like, if you ever want to talk about anything real, like, I'm here. It's so weird that you're not talking to me. Don't you think that something should have happened by now? Oh, my God. She's, like, going off, and Dawson is like, he's about to punch a hole through the bench. Like, he is pissed.
Yeah, Dawson just, like, somehow evaporates himself to Joey's. Great cut. He's like,
yeah, he does. He's like, well, that's what...
to see Joey.
Big D's got an errand to run. Yeah, because Jen is like, it's also weird because she says she's a semi-stranger to Dawson, which I'm like, you've been making out, but whatever. And then she says
Jen knows all the secrets she's been keeping.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But she says she wants to be the person that Dawson talks to in time of need, and he flies straight to Joey's waiting arms.
Oh, he
and
does.
He tells you
he knows
who he feels he can talk to.
Oh, yeah. No question. He already told her about walking the dog. He's like, Joey, I can tell you really, literally anything.
Exactly.
So there he goes. He's on their random swing down the creek, spilling his guts out. But Joey doesn't really, she's not there for him like he wanted her to be. You know? He's
right.
like flabbergasted. Joey's like, well, it's not that surprising, blah, blah. He's like, well,
people probably knew.
People probably knew. Did you know? And then he puts two and two together, finally. And it's like so disgusted with her.
He blows a fucking gasket. Oops, sorry, listeners. First one.
Oh, Mary, you beat me to it this episode. Wow.
I have another one planned, so.
Do you have a planned one? Oh,
I have a planned. You'll know when it happens.
I'm excited. I approve. I applaud that.
You should be excited.
I can't wait.
But yeah, he gets so angry.
Yeah, he's like just ridiculously more angry at Joey than at his mom, to be honest.
Right.
And like, Joey's like, well, aren't there some things that you'd rather not know? And this is kind of the downfall of Joey and later of Jen. Like, thinking there are things Dawson would rather not know. Turns out Dawson wants it all. He wants every dirty detail.
He wants the truth and nothing but.
Yeah, he's a truth warrior. So he kind of like cuts Joey right out of his life right there.
He's a truther.
He's a truther.
You know what? I see both sides. I see both sides of the coin here because I've definitely been Dawson before where someone has hid something from me because they think that it would upset me. And I'm like, no, I'd rather know the truth. Like, let me decide what I want to know and what I don't want to know. And it makes me mad when someone makes those decisions for me. But I also, if I was in Joey's shoes, I'd be like, this is none of my business, and I should not be interfering with the family life of my friend. So I totally see both sides, and I feel very bad for Joey, but she takes it really well. And she kind of understands that it's not about her, it's about Dawson reacting in the moment.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I didn't really think about that, but she is being super mature about it. I mean, Joey has a little more life experience. And she is way less self-centered than Dawson.
Yeah.
So that's kind of in keeping with what we know about her so far. But you're right. Like, it is a tough call. Like, it's a gray area. Like, you don't really know what the right thing to do is. It's tough. It's tough to know that. So it just kind of played out this way, and Dawson's really upset about it. Joey feels bad for Dawson, but, not much she can do about it now. So that's where they go. But then Dawson goes right back to Jen then. He's like, well, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong to talk to Joey. Maybe Jen's
but first he storms off, right? And he says this to her. He says, what are you at a loss for words, Joe? Don't worry. Your actions are far more articulate. And then he screams, bye.
Oh, yeah, he gives her the girl bye then. He's girl bye all over the place.
He's like, bye. See you later. And then he storms off. And Joey's like, dude, we chill. But too late. He's already with Jen.
Yeah, he's like hyper transmitting himself right back to Jen. Mm-hmm. He is wearing an outfit. I have to say, I'll get back to this later on, but I feel like I had this outfit, Mary. This exact turtleneck.
Oh my God, yes.
Sleeved. Do you remember that shirt? With the stripe?
It looked familiar to me, and I was like, I like that outfit, so it wouldn't surprise me. Yes, actually I do. Was it like orange and brown stripe?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
it looked great in
turtleneck
my memory.
shirt. It was I wore it on a field trip once because I loved it so much.
Naturally.
That's one of my favorite shirts. Jen.
Yeah, she has like a cool belt. She's rocking
Cool belt, chunky heels. She looks super 90s. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's a good look. We approve.
A+ on that outfit, Jen.
Yeah, it's going in our look. It's going in our Dawson's Creek lookbook. Maybe we should start a Pinterest for the good looks.
Yeah, that'll be the one and only pin so far. Outfit.
Pacey's outfits will never make it in there.
Oh my God, Pacey's like golf. No, like what is it? Bowling shirts. He's got like a
Hawaiian. Terrible.
Hawaiian/bowling janitor shirt.
But always like 2 sizes too big.
Yeah, not a good look.
Who is dressing you?
The guy that never gets a girl can see why.
But he did get the woman.
For a psycho Samara.
But wait, speaking of like weird women, Jen, this is the beginning of the episode and we breezed past it, but I gotta bring it up. Jen is being walked home by Dawson, and he's going in for the kiss, and she sees the grandma through the window, and then this is what she says to Dawson. We're practically having a menage a trois. Like, ew! Girl, why are you bringing that image into it? Like, that is the opposite. Like, he's gonna run. I don't know.
Oh, that's a good call.
His dog's not gonna be barking, it's gonna be whimpering. That was a mistake.
Although it still seems like he's barking. I mean, Jen's like,
Jen's like, ooh, that idea of that made me hot. Ooh.
I think she has that rebel streak in her, and you can't deny it all the time. She's like, my grandma will be so mad. Let me do it.
Yeah, and then why does the grandma know so much about her sex life? That's another question I have.
Well, we should get into this now, since Jen's about to spill the beans. So,
why does she? But like,
Grandma
doesn't need to know.
They sent her to live with the grandma. Not for the reason that the grandfather is sick, because the grandma's a nurse. Right. The grandma doesn't need her help. They sent her there because of Jen's, sordid little New York secret. Like, she was kids like that. Like, she was the kid that was going to the club. She was kids like that. She was getting it on with her boyfriend and other boys. Oh.
Yeah, but it's like
doing drugs.
Your parents don't know every guy you kiss. Like, why does the grandma know? It just seems
the mom probably was like, Mom, I don't know what to do. Jen is like such a bad girl, blah, blah, blah. And the grandma's like, send her here. I'll ship her up. I'll get her and
send her to the herbs. Just keep her away from Dawson Leery and that Joey Potter.
Yeah, the bad element.
I wonder if Joey Potter's in any relation to Harry Potter. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, my word.
Listeners, there's definitely a fanfic about that, listeners, right? Tweet us if there's a fanfic.
Is it true? That's our first Is It True? It took us
I know, we haven't done any Is It True?
I know. We just have all the answers tonight. We don't really, we're like Dawson.
Yeah,
we're like covering all the truth on our own.
We're truthers.
Speak for yourself.
This episode was great. Like, this episode was good. I was like totally hooked. The whole way
This is my favorite one so far. I know it's only the fourth one, but it was so awesome. So, yeah, we haven't even gotten that far talking about it yet. But,
our podcasts are so long.
I know, I'm sorry.
We get so sidetracked.
We have been good this time, though. Except for Ethan from those little sidetracks.
Yeah, I'm like, that was long, but that was good. It was informative.
It was part of the show, related. But no, I did want to I want to go back to the part with Jen. So after, the first scene, like, we see them kiss, Dawson kiss, and Jen tells the grandma, like, no, that's as far as it goes. Like, you saw everything. Like, Dawson isn't the kind of guy that just wants me for one thing. And she's convinced of that. And that's, like, the last time this episode we see her in one of her typical outfits, like with a skirt. The whole rest of the time, she's in pants. I think this is the first time Jen's ever worn pants on the show. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like she's always been in those, like, sundresses or whatever. And I feel like the real her is starting to come out. Like, she's, like, kind of dropping her costume. Like you had said in the first episode, it looks like her grandma dressed her. Like, she's in this sweet church girl outfit. Yeah, she's wearing the pants now. She's fessing up about the sex. And Dawson, it seems like, you know, he clearly had more than just making out on his mind. Like, he had made that comment about the censors, so have to keep one foot on the floor.
That was pretty provocateur of him.
He was. Yeah, he was trying to make some moves. And Jen's let's take it slow. But then she tells him, like, I have a history, not a virgin. Mary, I gotta take credit. You know, I kind of called that one.
You did? Oh my God, Christine! I thought of you. Plot twist. Even, you know what, Christine? Pacey calls it a plot twist too.
Pacey, he knows.
He does. I mean, you called it, and that was great.
Wow, thanks, Mary. Thank you. Oh, I appreciate it, sister. Yeah.
I mean, now we know that the cliches, all the cliches about teenagers in the big city are true.
So true.
And
so true. No mistakes. Yeah. But I love how after she confesses, or, you know, just tells him the truth, you get that same crazy sound effect.
Oh my God.
Like the plane
I know,
crash.
It's like, my life is over.
Oh, it's so amazing. The big D zoom.
That weren't even her boyfriend in Dawson.
Can you believe it? What a slut. Oh my God.
He's a real slut shamer. He is.
He's a huge slut shamer. It's like Dawson.
And then, Dawson, get over yourself. Yeah. And then they get to school the next day. And Jen's trying to be sweet. She wants to go to the movies with, like, Dawson loves the movies. Like, you think he's gonna, like, jump for joy, usually.
He's a backflip,
he's like, He's like, no, I got the homework. And it's, like, crazy. He ignores her all day long. And all I gotta say is if they were remaking the show today, they would put on Cardi B and play, if I see you in the street, that means I don't fuck with you. Because that is what Dawson is saying to Jen. Like, I'm seeing you in the hallway, but I don't fuck with you, and you need to walk away right now. Because you're sleeping around, and I don't like it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Jen.
No, he doesn't like it. I think that lyric, isn't it, if I see you and I don't speak?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, if I see you and I don't speak. Yes.
Oh,
yes, that's what I meant.
True. Oh, okay. Sorry, I had to that song, though. Good call.
Yeah, I mean, he's giving her the big ignore.
He is, yeah. Cold shoulder, left and right. And she's like, are you going to call me? She picks up what he's putting down, and she's not having it either. And she's disappointed. She's like, you know, she confronts him. She's like, is it because of this? Are you disappointed? Are you upset? Are you listless? And is it everything? And Dawson just walks away.
He's just like, huh? He just looks at her like, all of the above. D.
Yeah, all of the above.
Big
and
D,
it's so sad.
All of the above.
Big D. Fill that bubble in. She's just like, she wants to be real. She wants to be there for him. She wants them to go deeper in their relationship. To Dawson, that means sex. To Jen, that means getting to know you more as a person on an intimate, vulnerable level. And neither can open themselves up in the way the other one wants them to. It seems almost like it's an ill-fated pairing. It's rough. But it's working out okay for Pacey. Pacey seems like, he's like, dude, if a girl tells you about her sordid past, that's your invite.
Oh my God, yeah, Pacey.
You take advantage of it. And you're like, Pacey, you got real world-wise real quick. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, he doesn't say take advantage of it. He says that's her way of telling you that you don't have to be afraid of making a move.
Yeah, I guess it's not as bad as I'm pacing it. It's true.
No, I mean, in a way, I mean, it's good. Like, he's not, he, unlike Dawson, doesn't expect to be the first time. Even though he does ask Tamara if she's ever been with anyone else, which I think is hilarious. He's like, Tamara, you ever been with anyone else? I know you're mid-30s, but, you know, be real. Was that your first time, too? Like,
yeah. Just like,
so.
I love,
you know,
I love the way that Tamara is so, like, she makes him smile so cutely, like, so many times in this episode. I'm like, oh, well, that's kind of nice, even though your relationship is really wrong.
Yeah, but she's, like, a predator. But anyway, go to jail, Tamara. Dawson even says out, like, Pacey's like, dude, what's wrong? And he's like, she's not a virgin. It's like, whoa, Dawson, not afraid to put it down. Like, he has a problem with it. And,
yeah, he does.
Pretty shameless about it, you know?
I
like the way that Pacey talks about it, where he's like, listen, dude, she's not the girl that you wrote in your movie. She's a full human being. She has a life outside of her relationship with you. The script you wrote in your head has been thrown out. So either enjoy who she actually is, or go back to making movies and living in your fantasy world.
Yeah, that's a very adult insight of Pacey. It's like, for a long time, it takes a while to realize, like, the person you have a crush on is kind of just a fiction. Like, until you really get to know them, you don't really know everything about them. You don't know what they're like, what their past was. You have an idealized version in your head, and until you give that up, you're always going to be disappointed. So, it's good that Pacey's helping him out there. I do think, though, that part of Dawson's problem, because they talk about this in that video store, they're like, like Dawson's like, man, nothing is what it seems. Like, the virginal girlfriend isn't really a virgin. Then Pacey's like, yeah, the guy that always strikes out with girls got the girl. And then Dawson's like, the happily married couple isn't so happily married. So I feel like all of Dawson's, everything Dawson thinks is true is just the cracks are starting to show. And it's like the plain sound effect is just like reverberating in his ears. So I think it's an amalgamation of everything. He's just like overwhelmed with all of the reality crashing down on him at once. It's not an excuse for his behavior, but I think it's more than just she's not a virgin. I think if she was putting out for him, he might be okay with it. Ooh. It seems like he really wants that. Don't you think so?
Opinions. Here's the thing. Dawson would want it, and he would have a great time, and then he would be like, I can't believe you put out this early.
He would be one of those guys. You're right.
He would be. He's like, I need to be with a girl who's more modest. Jesus Christ.
He's just never gonna be happy. Those kind of guys are never.
No. He'd be like, I can't be with a girl who sleeps with a man she's only known for 3 years. Come on. Like, Dawson's out of control.
Ridiculous. Yeah.
He loves to be superior, in my opinion.
Yeah, he wants everything. He wants his cake, and he wants to eat it too. It's like you can't have it both ways. Yeah.
No, you can't.
Unless
you keep both feet on the ground. Dirty doggy Dawson.
Dirty doggy Dawson. Oh my goodness. We gotta talk about Joey. So Pacey and Dawson have their little heart to heart. Joey and Jen have quite the tete-a-tete. My goodness.
Oh my God, yeah. So Jen flies to Joey for advice.
She does. She's like, Joey, I gotta fly into your arms right now. I need someone. It's you.
So you've got a great rack, and I want to talk to you about Dawson.
Yeah, let's like, put the stereotypic on your lips.
And she's like, I'm totally hetero.
Give me advice. Yeah. Oh my word. Yeah, so she tells her, I need advice. I told Dawson I'm not a virgin. Joey's like, I'm listening.
Joey loves that. She's like, yeah, girl. Yes, size queen. You real with me?
Size queen. I knew it.
She's like, give me those dick deeds, please.
Yeah, I know his fingers are long. You gotta fill me in. Oh my word. But, Dawson's just as virginal, really. Like, there are popes who've had more experience, as Joey says. Yeah. So they kind of like commiserate about, it's kind of clear, like, they both like him. Like, that's just kind of doesn't need to even be said. Like, it's just obvious.
Crazy.
I kind of like that, honestly. I kind of like it.
Too?
Yeah, because it's like they respect each other enough to know, like, the truth without having to, like, spell it out for each other.
Mm-hmm.
And it's less awkward that way. They're just kind of like, yeah, I know what you're about. I know what you're about too. I'm not going to judge you for it.
They're not really competing either. They're just like, yeah, we both like him. And I've had things like that. Like, when I was young, like 12 or 13, me and all of my girlfriends, we all had the crush on the same guy. And we didn't compete over it. We just talked about how much we liked him. So, you know, it's not always
wonderful. Yeah.
It's not always about competition. Sometimes you just crush on the same person as your friend and you find it funny. You don't compete about it. He wound up to be gay, so he didn't like any of us.
Oh, plot twist. Just like Benji.
Plot twist.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shout out to Becca. She told us that ship will never sail. Now we know
Oh my god, Benji! You know what I thought when I saw him? I was like, Benji's back. Back again. I was so excited.
I did too for a sec.
No, she's like, oh, she's with Mr. Gold, Benji. Like, oh, but
yeah, you were tricked just like Pacey.
A viable option.
Does not swing that way. No.
I wish.
But it makes sense that they would be friends. I was like, yeah, Smart would be friends with Benji.
I don't know. I don't know enough about Benji. I just they would be friends. But, I mean, I guess there's, like, not that many teachers to be friends with at the school, so they're around the same age.
Yeah.
They're both single.
They go to the movies together. They eat dinner together. It's like a cute friendship. Yeah. Like
English department, movie department.
Mm-hmm. Both interested in the arts. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're a good couple in a friendship way. But yeah, so Joey and Jen, they're talking and like Jen's really like getting. Yeah.
I don't want to cut you off, but I've got to call you out because way back in the first or second episode, you said that if Benji, because he's the film teacher, that if Jen went up to him and said, "I really want to be in your film class, will you please let me in?" And you were like, "I bet Benji would say yes." But Benji's gay, and Dawson asked him, "Please, I really want to be in your film class," and he still said no. So
good call.
Benji has the moral authority that Tamara desperately needs.
That's true. Yeah, Benji's a decent human being, adult.
Decent
role model kid.
He knows the line, and he does not cross it.
You're right, Mary. You're right. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah. I did misjudge Benji pretty hard right there. /men. Can you blame me?
No, I cannot blame you. Not at all.
But in this case, it's a very refreshing to be proved wrong.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh man.
Yeah. So Joey, you were talking about Jen.
Yeah. So Joey and Jen, they're talking. Jen's learning a lot about Dawson from Joey. Joey's known him forever. She's really spelling out like how he works, how he functions. He's selfish. He's blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, all true. And then they talk about like, well, what would you do? And Joey's like, well, same as you. I just wait for him to grow up, wait for him to come around. And then, Jen says something like, well, how long do you think you'll wait? Joey, heartbreaker of a line. I'd probably be stupid enough to wait forever. Oh my God. And then Jen, this is where it gets weird. Just like, company. And Joey gave me a great face.
Creepy. I was like,
real creepy.
Girl,
real creepy.
You could both do better. Okay?
Yeah,
I know it's a small town, but wait till you go to college. Don't wait forever.
Yeah, please don't wait for Dawson. The big D. I mean, he has a big D, but
big doggy Dawson. There's a lot of other guys. Yeah, exactly. It's not that rare to have a big doggy Dawson on you.
Yeah, like, just wait, ladies. I mean, Jen knows. Joey probably doesn't, even though she talks a tough talk.
Well, you know what we need to get to? Is Pacey storming into tomorrow's classroom, asking questions about Benji left and right. And I love his intro. I think it's very important that if someone is having an affair with multiple people, that they fuss up about it, especially because STDs and AIDS are running rampant. And Tamara's like, are you intimate with other people? And I'm like, Tamara, get a grip. It was just, like, pretty hilarious. And I felt very bad for Pacey. And Pacey's able to be, like, very wise and, like, take a very, like, rational stance when he's talking to Dawson, but when it's pertaining to him, he's all over the place, and he does get jealous. And he starts asking Tamara, like, how many guys have you been with? And she's like, a lot. And then he's like, what do you mean? She's like, well, not with a lot that mattered. And then she's like, well, who mattered? And she names, like, 5 dudes. And then she's like, oh, you remember the guy that mattered to me in high school? It wasn't my high school. And it's like, damn.
Yeah. Pacey has such a shit-eating grin on his face.
Oh, yeah. Well, also, she's, like, in bed with her, like, at her home. I'm like, you want this kid to know where you live?
He's got, like, his copy of Time Shark Week open, like, ridiculous. They look like an old married couple, but also, like, kids at their parents' house at the same time. Like, they're on opposite sides of the bed. Like, it's just a weird... I really liked that scene. It was, like, it was perfectly just demonstrated how weird their relationship is. Like, okay, what's going on here? Yeah, I feel like Tamara, it's like another case where she's like, you know, she's older and she's not gonna like lie about that, but she also doesn't want him to feel bad, so she like makes him feel better. She's like, well, Benji's gay. I'm like, oh, well, you know, I was with other guys, but they didn't really matter, and you're my high school guy, and, you know, Pacey smiles. So she's not hiding the truth, but she's not like shoving his face in it either.
Yeah.
I do love, though, after, like, when Jen, because I feel like Jen's had a tough day, or a tough few days with all the Dawson drama going on. So she's like, who can I talk to about this? Let me talk to my comatose grandfather.
Oh my God, you're so right.
She's like holding his hand, spilling her soul, you know, telling him all the dirty details. And you know what, Mary? I was just like, Grandpa would totally think you're a slut. Sorry.
Totally.
If he hear you right now, he would not be a sympathetic ear.
She's like, James and Dawson both officially think I'm a slut. XOXO Gossip Girl.
Yeah. Be like,
it does not make any sense.
Sweetheart. That would be the grandfather's response.
Yeah, he'd be like,
but luckily,
shocked.
he cannot hear. Hopefully, maybe he can. Well, hopefully he can, but he can't respond. So, he can just use him. Yeah, like, I know what you did last summer, so he'll say next year.
Boom, flashback.
Yeah, shout out Kevin Williamson. So, yeah, she's like using him as a little confidant, and we get to witness it. And then then we're kind of at the last scene of the show. It's like they're in a really romantic, it looks like the Greek ruins, but I don't know where that is. I don't think they're back up there.
I don't think so.
No, there is some like fancy fountain, probably probably close to the dock, right on the creek, because you see the romantic reflection of the water. And Dawson's sitting alone pondering, still listening to that music playing in his head. His world is upside down. And he, you know, he gets snuck up on kind of by Joey. She's like, hanging out with all your friends? And Dawson's got a great line. Yep, that's why you weren't invited.
Honestly, my mouth gaped open and I went, ooh! Like, that was mean.
It was mean. It was very petty. It was just like, Dawson.
Yeah, like, oof.
Like, get over it. You know she was like, just,
Dawson,
like, in a tough spot.
He needs friends right now. He shouldn't be alienating people.
No, he can't be. So that was kind of a lame thing for him to say. I mean, he does. He treats Jen pretty poorly, but she's like a sucker for it. Like, she keeps coming back for more.
You mean Joey?
Joey. Yeah.
Yeah. She is, but I mean, she treats him bad too.
Yeah, it's true. I guess
You
they
know?
have one of those weird relationships.
It's a complicated
A
friendship.
little abusive, a little complicated, a little sexual tension, a lot of history. It's a lot going on. It's a lot to unpack. And they have this whole like bantery, talk about banter, like a whole fantasy previous life wedding scenario that they've both been privy to. Wow.
That's so weird. That was so weird.
It was weird.
And I didn't get it. She's like, we're gonna be at a wedding, getting married, but we're both gonna bring dates. I'm like, what? I don't know how a wedding is.
I feel like Joey tries to be defensive. Like, that's her defense mechanism. Is just to, like, deflect and pretend it doesn't really matter. She doesn't really care. It's not really invested. So she'll make, like, a wisecrack. Like, she did the same thing with Lil Yachty last episode. Like, giving him all that attitude.
I miss Lil Yachty.
I miss Lil Yachty. I hope he sails back into Cape Side.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
It was fine.
Yeah, I feel like that's just how Joey, like, that's her shell. But she did, and it was heartbreaking because the moment she let her shell down, the moment she let the act drop, she's like, well, Dawson, how does it end? Do you end up saving me that night? And then Dawson's like a bumbling fool. Oh, I can't really remember. It's not really clear to me. I don't know. And Joey's like disappointed face.
But saving her from what? That whole conversation was so weird to me. I couldn't make sense of it.
Yeah, they were just like dancing around the fact that like they might have other interests, but they're probably
they might be more.
Yeah, like they're probably the ones that belong together, even though they can't really say so.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. And yeah, Joey, she even comes back for more. She's like, well, when you figure out how it ends, like, let me know. She's like, you'll be the first call. She's not satisfied. She gets up to leave. She's like, Dawson, all this subtext is making me tired. I was like, me too, Joey.
Right.
She even turns around again. She gives him another chance. And she's like, you know, regardless of the ending, I bet we both had a great time at the wedding. And Dawson just shrugs or something.
She says, regardless of how the wedding ends, I'm going to have a great time right up until the end.
That was it, yeah. So it's like, it's been great so far.
He says, me too.
Me too. And then she's like, yep, straight to the Smithsonian.
Yeah, so he's like, I'm going to lead you on and have a really good time doing it right up until I commit to someone else. So rude.
Yeah, it's like our friendship was great, the journey was great, but it's not going anywhere. Kind of sad.
So what I kept thinking was like, if there's anything your parents taught you this episode, it's that the wedding is not the end of the story.
Yes, good call. Listen to your parents. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Mm.
It was a jam-packed episode, tons of drama. I cannot wait for next week to see what happens. Me too.
Apparently there will be a hurricane. Spoily.
Spoily. Spoily is right. I can't believe I have a bit of information.
Yeah.
So, what was your dare last week?
Oh, Mary, my dare was, have I told you my UFO theory?
Did you say it?
Mary, I have to say, I'm so disappointed in myself. I did not say it.
Oh, you were so confident that you would.
I was so confident. I was like, I'll say it at my softball game.
Yeah, you were all talk.
I was like, yeah, I'm going to say it. And then I forgot about it, and I didn't say it. And I didn't go out last week, so I didn't really have an opportunity to. And then I had a backup plan. I was going to say it to my friend after yoga on Tuesday night. So it's like she would totally be the person. I feel like I probably already told her my UFO theory. She's probably heard it.
You'd be like, have I told you? And she's like, yeah, you have.
She's like, you've told me. Yeah, please don't tell me again. But she was not at yoga, so I had no one to tell.
Oh,
no. And I'm so disappointed because I was like, finally I could say it. I didn't.
You could have said it to a stranger. It's such a weird line.
I should have just went to a random bar And the first guy that came up to me, because they always do, you'd be like, start trying to talk to you. Oh, have I told you about UFO theory? Like, bye.
Bye.
Or
they just, no, tell me, I'm fascinated. You're so funny. What's your number?
And you're like, oh, gotta go. My UFO's waiting for me.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I get a big 0, Mary.
You're
0. I'm
0.
really failing these challenges. It's embarrassing.
Well, I didn't do mine either. Like, I don't even remember what it was. It was like these huevos.
I remember. It was these huevos. Sure do look big.
Well, why the hell am I going to have an opportunity to say that?
I told you go to brunch.
I don't go to brunch. All I do is work.
Yeah, I don't brunch either, really.
No, I'm
Sorry.
not at brunch anymore now that I'm single.
Oh, listeners, what a sob story.
No more brunch for Mary. Brunch is for couples.
Brunch is for friends, too.
Yeah. Well, I didn't go to brunch this week, and I couldn't remember the whole line. All I remembered was los huevos. I could have said it just now because my roommate was eating egg.
Oh, that would have perfect.
No, but I'm still ahead. I'm still ahead. I have 1 point. You have a half point. We're both doing terribly bad, but we're only competing against ourselves, so it doesn't really matter.
So it's a friendly competition. We're like Joey and Jen.
Oh my god.
We're not competing for Dawson. We're competing
for meaningless points.
Yep.
So do you have a dare for me?
I do, and it's going to be a pretty easy one this week because we need to make it easier, apparently. I've noticed this. They said this in a previous episode, and they said it again in this episode. And I love the word they keep calling things that they don't find to be very impressive or fancy. They call them pedestrian, and I love that because I used to. I had like a conversation with someone once who was like, pedestrian. What a fantastic way to call something like that you find like.
I didn't notice that.
When is the thing? Oh, I think Jen says it in her locker at some point. She calls something pedestrian, and I think Dawson says it in a previous episode. It's something a no 15-year-old would say again. But I want you to call something pedestrian and stick your nose up in the air when you do it.
I've used that before. And do what?
And stick your nose up in the air when you do it. Like, oh, that's so pedestrian.
Okay.
This is bourgeois. Yeah.
Okay. No problem.
So you should give me an easy one this time.
I was gonna have you say, all the subtext is making me tired.
Oh, I like that one. I did like that line.
Or you can say, you have an option again.
Ooh,
the rest is pornographic history.
Oh, good.
You can't wait to use that one.
So the rest is pornographic history?
Yes.
I could probably use that one more easily.
Oh my gosh. Listeners. Scandal.
Scandalous. All right, Mary. Well, hopefully next week I'll report back with a big, rewarding, yes, I did use my phrase.
Yeah, you only get 1 point, so even if you say both, you only get 1 point, so. Don't try to cheat the system.
That's fine. I might say both for fun, just why not? I'll see if I can do it. It'll be my personal challenge.
Yeah.
But listeners, thank you so much for sticking with us. And this was an awesome episode. I really loved this one. I can't wait to dig more next week. See what the hurricane brings. Yes.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I wish I had that. That might be my new ringtone. I'll do that whenever someone that stresses me out texts me. That'd be awesome. All right, listeners. We'll see you on Twitter, and we'll catch you next week. Stay cool. That's all I gotta say.
Just pedestrians.
Aww. Bye.
Bye, listeners.